right, here we go. Welcome to the A&R Podcast. This is episode, 5?
Yes, sir.
Sheesh.
Yes, sir.
Sheesh. Episode 5 of the A&R Podcast. Yes, sir. It's lit. We in here. You know, it's me, Big Glacier God A. Lee. You know, follow me on Twitter at Glacier God A. Lee. Follow the podcast at the A&R Podcast 1. Follow us on SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts coming soon. You know, follow us on Instagram, TikTok. We got all that. Make sure you also like this video and turn post notifications on. That's a big thing. You know, like this video, make sure our videos get sent up the algorithm, you know, so we can, blow up quicker, blah, 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 et cetera, et cetera.
Big facts.
You know, I got my co-host to the left of me, you know, Big Ron.
I'm just going by Ronnie from now on. No more Ronnie LaVouche because we're not making the playoffs. So one thing, too, we also got a Facebook. So.
Oh, yeah. Facebook going up. Yes, sir.
Of course.
Everything going up.
I think you mentioned everything. Yeah, follow me on Twitter. I just changed my @ so I forgot what it is, but it's in the description.
Yes, it is.
Literally anything, any platform, the description is the same. So.
Yeah, everything is in the description. All the links you need to know are right below. So if you want to find us anywhere else, you know, your social media choice, go down there and, you know, check us out.
Yeah. Also, too, if it's like a certain topic in the video you don't, really rock with or care about, it's timestamps for a reason. Like you don't got to listen to the whole thing if you don't want to. It's timestamps for a reason, and they're always in the description every time. 10 times out of 10. So.
Yes.
Or 5 times out of 5.
Type shit.
Literally.
But honestly, in terms of anime, like I feel like not that much happened this week. We got a lot of other stuff to get into. We're gonna get into Yasuke, NFL shit, Cole. I think we're gonna start with Cole, and then some, just some extra, random shit that we do when we talk. So. Like I said, I think we starting with Cole, right? Cole announced his album, the fall off, or no, the off season, because he said
it's the off season.
Yeah, it's the off season, then the fall off.
Something else, then the fall off. I'm 100%. It was like
the last record. The last record on KOD was Intro to the Fall Off. So I was assuming that the next album was gonna be the fall off.
So I think what happened was he said that the Fall Off would be his last album. Right. So he kind of dug himself a hole with that because he's like, if I drop this, like that's supposed to be my last album. So
Cole has been talking about retirement a lot lately. Have you seen that? Like he's been
since 2016.
He's been like hinting and like I'm almost done with this shit. Like he got a list. He got he posted up a list. It was like, okay, I did all the features. I got my business stuff out the way. And now I got my last couple albums out, and then I'm out. Like, he trying to get out of here.
I feel like he's a cap, though. I mean, how long did Logic stay retired? Logic stayed retired for like 6 months. So it's like,
I mean, yeah, but who's checking for Logic?
What rappers really retire and stay retired? I can't think of one rapper that said they retired and never made music again.
Never made music again. I don't think rappers even
never
retire.
Put out music again.
I think they just stopped making music. Or just put out music actively. At like a slower pace, like
they just do shit like when someone wants a feature or something.
Yeah, or some shit like that. Yeah. Rapper and a lot of times rappers don't retire because they get retired. You know what I mean? Like a lot of rappers don't even have the chance to retire because they get retired, whether it be like, contract shit or like fans just stop fucking with them. Like nobody's listening to you. Don't give it don't matter if you retired or not. Nobody's listening to you.
Well, they do a lot of rappers dirty too. Labels will basically make sure the whole time that a rapper's under their label that they're doing all the work for them, so that as soon as they try to get out of the contract, they don't know what they're doing.
Yeah,
labels are nasty though.
Yeah, I can't get raped by no contract. It's over with.
Literally,
it's over with. But Cole, so this album's coming out May 14th, right? May 14th, we got a new Cole album dropping. Do you think we're going to have any features?
The off season? The thing is, it's like, if he's really only dropping a couple more albums, is he going to take this no features thing from Forest Hills Drive the rest of his discog? Like, is that worth it?
I don't know.
I would rather see some features, honestly.
Yeah, I definitely would. And honestly, I would rather see some, like, mixed up features. Like, fuck it, get Uzi on the track. Get fucking... get somebody left field on a track. When he hopped on the London with Travis and Thug, that wasn't necessarily like a Cole like that wasn't necessarily like Cole flow, but he smoked that record. Exactly. That record is hard. So I feel like if he get on the features with he even got Moneybag Yo songs he get on the track with 21 and go crazy. Like Cole is versatile enough to get on a track with other people and make it hard.
Honestly, I would be surprised if there's even any Dreamville members knowing him. But it's come on.
Well, I feel like
you know what I heard.
If we do get features, it's 100% gonna be a Jit feature.
Well, the one thing that I heard, which this is very disappointing, and if this is true and this happens, I'm gonna be so sick. Is that people keep saying, I don't know where this came from because I don't keep up with Brud, but that there's gonna be a Logic feature. Logic? I think something about like Logic said he's gonna be on it or something. It's
my
like,
God.
If this man breaks his no feature thing exclusively for Logic, then Cole might be going down just off that. Like, just off that.
Oh my God, what would that song even sound like?
Corny, bro. There is no way a Cole and Logic song doesn't sound bad. Like,
yeah, I don't want to hear that.
Logic spent too much of his career trying to sound like Cole to be on a song with him.
Logic spent his whole career trying to sound like everybody.
Yeah,
literally. But
we keep getting off of Cole and other people, bro.
But this Cole, so he posted the it's the picture he posted, the official
cover.
The cover?
I think so.
If it is, then that's kind of ass.
The cover is kind of mid, like just some random hoop on fire. Like,
yeah, I hope that's not the cover, but if it is,
his long ass hair he ain't cut in 3 years. Like,
it's lit. I mean, Cole, he on his Earth shit, so he just fucking he runs.
They said he wasn't humble no more because he burnt a basketball hoop.
What?
They said he wasted a basketball hoop.
Hey, Cole doing a lot. Like, he got the shoe shit. He got the Dreamville shit. He was
acting like going to the league.
Oh yeah. Didn't he get like a?
He had a tryout.
Who, the Pistons?
Yeah, worst team in the league. Still didn't make it.
Oh my God.
Cole is like 36 though. Trying to be a 36-year-old rookie.
36. You lying?
Bruh, Cole is
not 36.
How old do you think he is?
Cole might be 33.
That's not that big a difference. Like
36 and 33.
He's mid-30s. For sure. 36
is back half 30s.
Either way, mid-30s, like, as a rookie in the NBA is
it's hilarious.
Super nuts.
That's hurt.
People around, like, Cole, like, people in Dreamville and, like, Eve, you know who Eve is, right?
Yeah.
They keep saying that this is Cole's, like, best project.
Yeah, I heard that, too. Boz posted something.
Boz said that,
Boz posted something about, like, this is he went crazy on this one, and, but I don't know if that's just they bias since that's their boss, or if it's actually that turn, because
if it's Cole's best album, then this could be like
I'm not doubting Cole because, like I said, based off the run he been on features wise, like his shit might be crazy.
Yeah, and I really personally like KOD. A lot of people didn't.
Yeah.
I thought that was a good album, honestly.
Now, this is the thing. While it is a good album, how often do you revisit that album? Like, how often do you play a song off KOD?
There's a lot. There's like a few songs I really like and listen to.
I love.
And then a vast majority of that
Photograph.
Album. See, that's not one I revisit. Kevin's Heart is one of my favorites. Yeah. Obviously KOD, the opening track, because that song go crazy.
Yeah.
And ATM are like, those are probably the three that like get played in my playlist the most. You know what I mean? Like get shuffled and landed on the most. Yeah. There's some good songs on there. Like I remember that song Brackets, like him talking about taxes and stuff.
Facts.
Like,
Brackets was cool.
The last song about him and that like little girl was cool. Window pane or whatever.
Yeah. And then of course the Lil Pump shit was hard.
Oh yeah, 1985. Yeah,
of course.
The KOD tour was lit too. That was damn near one of the best shows I've been to.
I really like the KOD cover too. Now that I think about it, I wonder if he gonna. This what I'm saying. That's why I don't like this cover, because the KOD cover, I feel like Cole covers are like kind of underrated. Like the Born Center cover is nice.
It's like every other one though. I think this is supposed to be following the come up, the warm up thing, which all in like Friday Night Lights, those all have like a basketball. Yeah. So it's like supposed to be him. Like I don't know.
Yeah, I get it. That's his whole like thing. Like the whole like athlete. Cole has a lot of like. He do a lot of like ball player like innuendos in his rhymes, especially like in his earlier like tapes.
Well, he was a college basketball player. It's not a lot of rappers who were like actually playing college basketball. So what's
crazy is a lot of rappers, bro. Did you know 2 Chainz played college ball?
No, I had no idea.
2 Chainz is like 6'5".
But every time I see videos of him hooping, he's always cooking people. So.
Yeah. A lot of bro. You know what's funny? This is completely random, and I don't know why I know this, but Plies.
Yeah.
The rapper Plies. I'm surprised you know him, knowing how Caucasian you are. But the rapper Plies, he went to Miami, bro. Like
Oxford?
My Miami, yeah.
Wow.
He was a fucking receiver.
Of course it was to play sports. I was about to say, there's no way Plies just went to Miami for no reason.
He was a receiver, bro. That's
crazy.
Nuts. Anyway. We supposed to be talking about Cole. We on fucking Plies.
So,
oh my God. Where else can you get this
If
content?
this is Cole's best album, then what is it replacing as his best album? Or best project?
Obviously 2014.
That's his best album for sure. I would agree. I damn near still put Friday Night Lights up there with it. It's a mixtape. No. Me personally, I damn near like Friday Night Lights the most just because that was when Cole was actually rapping. Like, I feel like...
Cole don't rap no more?
I feel like development in his career, like, he's been less, like, more focused on, like, the message, more focused on the album as a whole and, like, what he's trying to say. But back then, it was like he was just rapping. Like, it was like him just
straight
rapping.
Bars.
So, like, yeah, the bars is better. And, like, I feel like the same thing sometimes with Kendrick. It's like when they were younger, they just sounded so much more hungry. And that's like how every artist is when they're coming up because they're trying to come up. They're trying to get famous. And it's like that sound you just, like, can't replicate.
Yeah, I feel it.
So for me, that's top two for sure.
I was listening to Westside Right on Time like a couple days ago, and I was like, this shit is crazy.
Literally.
This shit is crazy. I think what's crazy is I wonder... like speaking of them when they was younger, when they was younger, especially Cole and Kendrick, they did a lot of work together. As in like Cole producing for Kendrick, like The Jig Is Up. You remember that?
High Power.
Yeah, shit like that. They work together a lot. Seeing as how Cole is a producer, like Cole produces a lot of his own music, like on each album. So do you think since these are his last couple albums, you think he gonna try to like switch it up and like use other producers?
I saw Timbaland tweet some today. He retweeting the album cover and saying like, I got to work on this one or something like that. Timbaland and Cole. Yeah, that's hard. That's hard for sure.
Yeah, that's gonna be turned. Cole?
I expect low-key just because of the cover and the way he's been talking about it, I'm kind of expecting Cole like kind of like back in the day. Like I expect this to be less of like a project like KOD where it's got like a message and a story or like For Your Eyes Only.
Like a concept
more
album.
just him rapping.
Right. Less of a concept, more of just like him showcasing like why he's J.Cole. You know? Yeah.
And if that's the case, I'm with it. Like I'm ready for that for sure. Because that's the thing like we kind of talked about earlier before we started the pod is it's like for me, the Cole messaging shit is either hit or miss. Like, For Your Eyes Only, to me, and I think to you too, was mid.
Trash.
To a lot of people, it's really good. To me, it's mid. I still don't even think it's the best album that dropped that day. So it's like...
What else came out that day?
Swimming? I'm pretty sure...
I'm tweaking.
I'm pretty sure Do Without Wilt came out that day, which I already think is better. And then I think, like... some pro-era people drop albums. It was like hella people. But I just remember thinking like...
When are we going to get back to like... multiple drops in a day? You remember that?
Mm-hmm. Well,
like
we had we didn't have like 2 huge releases, but I mean we could get started on stuff soon. I mean you saw Drake had that truck driving around. Kendrick, man, I was sad. Did you see that interview thing I sent you? It was fake, bro.
Oh, the Big Boy shit was cap?
It was just a re-air of their old interview, bro.
Oh my god. Niggas on the internet
lost for no reason. If that would have been true, then I feel like from last week, our TD prediction, it would have had to be Kendrick. Like, if he was doing an interview, he's not going to come out of nowhere, do an interview, and not drop. Like,
bruh, every time Kendrick, pop out, like, you know what's going on.
Yeah.
Like, I'm waiting for a hard part. What are we on now, 5?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, look, this, I would want, like, Kendrick and Cole to link back up, like, on some production shit. Like, say, like, Cole producer for Kendrick now will be turned. You know what I mean? Like, imagine they do, like, like, you know how on Duckworth, like, he did, like, 5 beats or some shit like that. Like, imagine he did that, but just on all Cole beats. That'd be turned.
Yeah.
That'd be turned.
I agree.
That'd be turned.
For sure. I mean, we're definitely starting. If Cole and Drake drop, Kendrick potentially. Yeah. I'm just hyped that Cole, the last 2 or 3 albums, has just dropped. Like, hasn't said anything till the day of.
Yeah.
So for Cole to even, like, do the 2 weeks ahead of time thing is, like, kind of nuts.
Why? I mean, why do you think he like did a rollout for his own personal album? I mean, he did a rollout for his for the Dreamville album too, though. Mm-hmm. Like, what would be the reasoning behind like not doing it for his own personal albums, but doing it for?
Because he can do the numbers either way. For Dreamville, I feel like it was about they wanted to garnish a bunch of hype for that because. Remember when it won a Grammy, how many different people won a Grammy?
Yeah.
Like, who had never, like, had it even been nominated before.
Yeah.
So it was like, by doing that, I feel like he put so many other people on. It's like, when it's his album, he knows I'm J.Cole. I'm going to drop and do numbers anyways. Like, that's crazy. We were talking about Cole doing numbers, and I was thinking, like, he's never done crazy numbers, but maybe that's why, because he always just randomly drops. So it's like, now we're ready for it.
Oh, yeah, so a Cole rollout might.
So how much is he going to do? Single, though.
I said, well, no single, but still in the public eye, Cole. this is not like Cole like being completely off the face of the earth and then dropping. Like Cole has been kind of active like the past year. Like he's been in like at the front of people's mind. You know what I mean? Like people like even if Cole didn't put out that tweet, like people would have been ready for a new Cole album regardless. You know what I mean?
Even if he didn't say anything and just dropped it next Friday, people would be
right. So
it would break the internet.
I think I said Kendrick is doing 8, and I might be generous, but for Cole, I'm gonna say about 650.
Yeah, I think he can definitely do 6.
Yeah.
Especially if there's like a hit on there. Yeah. Like if there's
That's another thing.
Hit.
What? So do you think he going? Since you think he going like straight rapping this time, do you think he gonna give us? Do you think he gonna try to give us like a single? Like because Cole honestly has like a lot of like hits, like Crooked Smile. What else? Can't Get Enough. He makes like good
just
radio
on
singles.
Cole World. I mean, Can't Get Enough. The song with Missy Elliott.
Yep.
Workout. Like Lights Please.
Yep.
Like it's just like
Mr. Nice
That was his
like,
first album. Like
yeah. So Cole, it's not like Cole can't make a radio like single. Like that's like I mean, Cole perfected that. Like that's how he became Cole.
The last single he put out by himself was Middle Child. And I know you didn't like that.
Yeah, it was definitely mid for
but
sure.
That went number
middle.
1 and did big numbers. So it's like
which is crazy.
Cole can easily make a hit if he wants. I think he's gonna drop with no single though. I don't think he's gonna put a song out ahead of time. He's just gonna drop it.
I mean, because we less than 2 weeks now, right? We less than 2 weeks out now.
We're less than 10 days, or it is 10 days from now.
Yeah,
I think.
Today's the 5th. So yeah,
9 days.
Yeah, life is crazy. I feel like yeah, man. Like I was saying, I miss drops on the same day. Like remember when Watching Movies and Born Sinner and Yeezus came out on the same day? Oh my god.
Yeah, crazy.
Oh my god, that shit was different.
It's just people are. I feel like people nowadays are more worried about their sales and more strategic about like if they know someone bigger than them is dropping that day, they're not gonna drop. Yeah. Mac has never been scared though. Mac dropped. I mean, that was the last big like day I can think of was Astroworld Swimming and YG dropped an album too.
Mac, see, this is the thing. Mac could drop an album with some giants and do 40K, but his album be 5 times better than everybody else.
And go super platinum over time. Like
oh my god.
Swimming, like at the time wasn't huge, but Swimming is super platinum now.
Yeah.
Like Self Care itself is like 2 or 3 times platinum.
That's what good music does, you know. It survives. It stands the test of time. Life is crazy.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. But I think that's the end of J.Cole, right?
Yeah, I don't really have anything else to say. I should have put a Cole album up here just because.
Yeah, I'm surprised we actually don't have one. I'm surprised. I'm surprised 2014 ain't up here.
I have the KOD signed one, but
oh yeah,
that wasn't.
That took forever for you to get.
That took So KOD came out on 4/20 of 2018. I didn't get that till like fall of 2019. Because, bruh, matter of fact, I gotta bring this up. They emailed me that it was on its way, right? That they shipped it. They emailed me like 3 months later, and they were like, "Yeah, the shipment got lost in the mail. The truck crashed. The stuff got damaged." And they were like, Cole wanted to personally re-sign all of them, so it's gonna be another 6 months. I'm like,
I'm gonna say what? The truck crashed.
And the thing is that Cole low-key damn near does sound like somebody that'd be like, "Damn, like all my signatures gone. Like I'm gonna redo it."
Yeah,
but like,
he's that genuine. Yeah.
He was just chilling in Foot Lockers, like signing people's, getting his shoes.
That's sick as fuck. Let's see. So off of Cole, that's the end of Cole?
Yeah. I ain't got nothing else to say.
All right, moving on. We're about to
hit. Wait. One more thing, actually. I lied. If Cole, Drake, and Kendrick all drop this year, who's going to have the best project? Or what's the order, matter of fact? We know who's going to have the best project.
I want to say Kendrick, Drake, Cole.
Damn. See, I'm definitely going Kendrick, Cole, Drake.
See, but you a Drake hater, and you just dislike Drake, like, music in general.
No.
Drake music is not your vibe, is what I'm saying. Like, Drake doesn't make music. What do you mean?
I have kind of gotten over the Drake hate thing, honestly.
I'm not talking about Drake hate, but I'm saying Drake doesn't make music, like, in your lane. Like,
I mean, I don't know. I'm a Weeknd fan, so it's like, it's really hard to argue that Drake doesn't make music in my lane.
I'm saying, bro.
My thing is Drake is not an album guy. Like, we haven't since
stop,
Nothing Was the Same.
Oh my god!
When's the last time Drake dropped a good album, bro?
What are you talking about? Drake is not
Scorpion.
an album guy.
Scorpion
Drake
was
is
not
only
good.
an album guy.
Views was not good.
Scorpion was live.
So then when Scorpion had some good songs, but it was like 30 songs, bro. You're not telling me that was a good album.
Scorpion was 20
because it had 5 hits.
No, it didn't have. Well, I didn't even like some of the hits on there, but Scorpion definitely has some definitely good album cuts. Like After Dark, like what else? Mob Ties, 8 out of 10.
See, I knew you were gonna say Mob Ties, but is that even like? Yes, that song's kind of famous to be an album cut.
What?
Like we played Mob Ties at my work when I used to work there. Like,
well, it's Drake.
Like I don't know.
They play every song off a Drake album.
I'm just saying it's been for me since nothing was the same was the last like really good Drake project.
I cannot believe you just said Drake isn't an album guy. That's gonna go viral.
I hope it does. The thing is that Drake has not made a good album since Nothing Was the Same. That was what, 2012? I don't think that's true.
Good? No, Nothing Was the Same was 2013.
13? Yeah.
Was it 2013? Yes, because If You Release It Too Late was 2015.
14, damn near. I don't know.
It was 13. It was definitely 13. Because If You Release It Too Late was 2015. Yeah. So.
If I'm ranking projects, I definitely think Cole can make a better album than Drake. That doesn't.
I mean, he can, but I don't think he will this time around. I feel like Drake is just hot right now. And like I said, it's not necessarily about Drake hate. You just don't like Drake's style of music because he put out that 3-pack and the whole world was like, yeah, this 3-pack is crazy. And you was the only person like, huh?
I think it was 4 because he had the top 4 spots.
It was 3.
I'm pretty sure it was 4, bro.
Put 10 on it right now.
Because it was a Rick Ross
song. Put 10 on it right now. It's 3.
Nah, I'm not going to put 10 on it.
It's the Rick Ross record, the Baby record, and then his record. He was only 3.
Was it? Okay, then
Once
it was
in
only 3.
Yeah.
Then he had the top 3. Either way.
Yeah. You was talking about that 3-pack was ass. No, but that 3-pack was
mid to me. None of those songs are big anymore. Those songs were big that week and dropped off. For Drake, if that was really good, remember the last Scary Hours had God's Plan on it. Like,
oh my God.
So I'm just saying,
a single, like, bruh.
No, it was on the last 3-pack he dropped.
No, God's Plan came out as a 2-pack with Diplomatic Immunity.
2-pack, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm saying last pack at least had a hit. This pack to me had no hits, and the songs was mid. Like, from Drake, I'm expecting hits is the thing. I'm not expecting like.
That's what I'm saying. You don't like
15.
You don't really like
Drake
full project. You like Drake's like radio records, like, you know what I mean? Like,
I guess,
yeah, you know,
not necessarily always.
Like,
I feel like you think I just don't like Drake.
You're not gonna deep dive into a Drake album and really be listening to every song on there. Like, that's
every album he's dropped, I've listened to all the way through. I've never not listened to a Drake album.
I mean, yeah, but I'm saying, like, when you listen to a Drake album, you going into it think, okay, I'm looking for what I do and don't like, and then that's it.
No, I just expect Drake is the biggest rapper in the game. So whenever I listen to Drake music, I expect music from the biggest rapper in the game. And a lot of times it's like that last pack, like, that just seemed kind of like, I don't know. It was almost like Dark Lane demos where it's like, these are just kind of loosies. Like, Drake, when Drake drops, I expect like the song with Dirk, like shit like that.
But that's a single though. That's a single as compared to just like, here, take the 3-pack until the album come out.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. There's definitely.
But did you like that single?
Levels. Yeah, that song is good. That song is really good.
You know what I'm saying?
As everyone on Twitter knows, Dirk's part should have been longer. He gave that man Dirk 27 seconds.
Yeah, shout out to Dirk.
27 seconds.
Let's see. What we getting into now? NFL draft? Yes sir.
Well, yes, sir, for you. Let me pull this up real quick so I can at least, you know.
Oh my God.
Yeah, honestly, on this one, I might just go on a tangent. So while I'm looking this shit up, you might as well get your 49er shit off.
Yeah, bro. So if y'all don't know, I'm a Niners fan. You know, shout out to the faithful. You know, I love all of y'all. We got Trey Lance. They was trying to play it off in the media like it was a competition between Mac Jones and Trey Lance. What if the 49ers get Mac Jones? No. I knew that shit wasn't gonna happen because Shanahan is not that stupid, and even though Shanahan's like, in the past, Shanahan has picked some shady quarterbacks. I'm not gonna lie, his quarterback review skills are kind of, you know, up in the air, but he made the right decision on this one, and I think part of it is because I read that John Lynch, which is our GM or VP or whatever GM. He was like heavy on Lance like months ago. So I think like I'm pretty sure that we knew that like we were going for Lance like a while ago. But like, you know how the media do around NFL draft time, like they just like throw any names out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because for a minute it was Fields and Lance. Mm-hmm. But then at some point it switched to Jones and Lance.
Well, yeah, that just seemed kind of random to me because I didn't realize like Trey Lance played one game in like what Division II college football.
He played for NDSU, North Dakota State, and they played one game due to COVID. So that year that COVID happened. Well, I'm saying that year like it was forever ago. Last year when COVID happened, they played one game and then like I guess their season got canceled, so they couldn't play no more.
But it was Division II, right?
I think so.
Yeah,
I think NDSU is D2, but still, like the season he played before that, he was like 28 touchdowns, no picks. Like he was like different. Yeah.
One thing I noticed about him, and that's what people were saying, that it was partly like a character thing because like Mac Jones has been caught doing dumb shit, Fields has been caught doing dumb shit, so it was like,
wait, what Fields do?
That might just be me capping on Fields, okay. But
can't wait to bring up
fucking the thing what people were saying that one of the reasons they really liked Trey Lance was like he was just super cool dude.
Yeah.
And he literally got drafted, and everyone else who got drafted, like they interview was like emotional, like damn, like I just got drafted. They interviewed him and it was the most like professional, like he said everything right, and I was just like, damn.
Yeah,
like,
he's definitely a role model. He was like, yeah, I'm ready to get to work. They're going to make me uncomfortable every day. I'm looking forward to it. Let's get ready. Let's get ready to fucking get down to it. And I'm like, this nigga Trey Lance is he's media trained.
Hold on. Everyone else was so emotional. I was like, damn. And what some people were kind of saying, which I thought this was kind of wild, but I don't know shit about Trey Lance, was that it reminded them of when the Chiefs traded up for Mahomes, and everybody was like, why are they doing that? Like,
this might be our somebody motherfuckers on Twitter was telling me like, yeah, y'all ain't gonna be in the bowl for a long time. I'm like, we gonna be back in the bowl before the decade is over. Well, what are you talking about? Like, we gonna be back in the Super Bowl.
That.
We gonna be back in the Super Bowl by like 2023, 24. Like, come on. Like, what are you talking about?
So that clip, I'm gonna take that clip. I'm gonna add freezing cold takes to save this shit. Here. So in the next 3 or 4 years, when that shit don't happen, you finna get blasted on Twitter.
We just went to the Super Bowl with. Keep in mind, the year we went to the Super Bowl, half of our defense was injured. Quan Alexander was injured. D Ford was injured. Like, and then we lost. Who else did we lose? I think we lost DeForest Buckner for some time. Like, we lost Jaquaski Tart for some time. Like, our whole defense was injured. Still made it to the Super Bowl. Was one throw off from winning the Super Bowl from Jimmy G of all people. And not to say that I'm like a Jimmy G like slander man because I fuck with Jimmy, but at the same time, like Jimmy can only take you so far, and I think that showed that, and I think that's why we picked up Trey Lance because when shit break down like around Jimmy, like that's just the end of the play. You know what I mean? Like that's just it. Like it's nothing. It's no extra. Like extend the play. Like X factor. Like if it's nobody to throw to, that's it.
He's like a game manager kind of.
Yeah, literally. And I feel like to really get us over that hump, we need somebody that can do a little bit more. So that's why I'm happy we picked up Lance.
So you feel good about your first round pick. What about the rest of the draft?
We picked up. I think honestly, I feel like if I'm giving our draft class a grade, like I'm giving us like an A-. You know what I mean?
Damn.
Our front office is really smart as compared to y'all's, which is full of retards. So we addressed all our needs. Like we picked up. Some running backs. Shanahan always gonna go crazy on the running back side. We picked up some safeties, some more DBs. Like we addressed all our needs: quarterback, secondary, backfield, and I think we also got one more tackle. So we hit all the spots. Like, so this is why I understand niggas talking about we're not gonna be in the Super Bowl for the next couple years. Like everything is always in place for us. Our front office is good. Like. You know what I mean? Like, we draft well, we trade well, we have a good location. Motherfuckers want to come here. Like, we're going to be relevant for a minute. So I don't know why motherfuckers hating on us. Like we just a random team. Like, niggas know what the Niners is about. We don't have 5 rings for no reason. Goofy.
So it's like one of the things that I was kind of wondering about, especially on draft night, because that was the same day that Aaron Rodgers shit came out. I was low-key wondering.
Yeah, that Aaron shit.
I was, like, waiting for y'all pick because I was low-key wondering. I was like, what if they end up trading this pick and, like, a deal to get Rodgers, but it didn't happen?
Nah.
So, do you think picking Trey Lance means that, like, y'all have kind of given up on trying to get him?
Well,
I heard the Broncos were close. The closest of the 3 teams, which y'all were one of them. So.
Yeah, I heard the Broncos, and I also heard Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but in terms of Aaron Rodgers, like, so even though Aaron Rodgers, like, it's more like Aaron Rodgers wanting to come to us than Green Bay wanted to give him to us, you know. So like Aaron Rodgers, every time he play us, like they show the whole thing about him wanting to be a 49er since he was a kid, and like the first game he ever went to was like a Joe Montana game and blah blah blah. Like he's like the 49ers is like his personal favorite football team.
I didn't even know that. That's
Like,
crazy.
He grew up. He from Cali, like.
So, well, I knew that.
Yeah, so he from Cali. Like he grew up a Niners fan. Like he wants to play for the Niners. He's been saying that forever. He was actually salty when the Niners didn't pick him. Like, cause the year he got drafted, he was still on the board and we passed him up. I think he was sick as fuck about that. So every chance he get to tell us about that, I'm gonna make them regret it. You know, but then we beat the fuck out of them and and that's that. But he want to be a Niner, but I mean. John Lynch made it clear that the Packers wasn't going for that. Like the Packers, even though Aaron wants to leave, the Packers don't want to give him up, and I can understand that because technically they're not obligated to. I think this is gonna be one of them things where it's just like a standoff between like the office and the player.
Well, they kind of like I feel like treated him like shit the last couple of years, especially
they treated him like shit for
who he is. Like it's Aaron Rodgers. Like you're supposed to every other franchise you see. Well, not every other franchise, but most franchises you see, like, their star quarterback, and they're like, we're going to do everything we can to make him happy and make him want to stay. And it was just like they drafted a quarterback in the first round when he needed all kinds of help. And then it was like last year, like, they kicked that field goal. Or wait, was it they punted or they kicked a field goal? I can't remember.
I think they kicked the field goal.
Yeah, instead of even giving Aaron Rodgers, like, the opportunity to win the game. And it's just like, when you're doing stuff like that to your franchise quarterback who's won a Super Bowl, who's all-time great, it's like, of course he's going to get fed up. Yeah.
Another thing is they said, so, like, they been needing receivers for forever, right? And so he praised one of they like young guys, like one of the young receivers. Like he was talking about how he really likes how he plays and blah blah blah. And then like the next day, like that guy got traded. Yeah, Aaron was pissed, and I can understand that. Like if I'm telling y'all that we need to pick up receivers, right? And now I say, okay, I like this guy, and then he's gone. Like, what is that telling me?
They're just disrespecting him,
bruh. Yeah, and this is my thing, like. Did the Packers have a history of like doing Brett Favre dirty like that?
Yeah. Brett Favre came out today or a couple days ago and said something about he thought Aaron Rodgers was going to leave just because it was a similar situation to what Favre was in. Okay. Favre left in kind of a similar manner. So
so this is
because they drafted Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of the same thing. They drafted Jordan Love, so it's kind of like,
oh my God,
which Jordan Love is not going to be Aaron Rodgers.
So
like,
Green Bay,
no one thinks that.
Yeah, Green Bay just don't give a fuck about quarterbacks. Then that must be like that just must be their vibe. Like they don't care about.
That's why they never go to Super Bowls except that one time. Like you had.
What year was that? 2010.
Yeah.
Damn.
Which he beat the Steelers, so I always appreciate that. But it's like. How many
Aaron Rodgers could have had 3-4 Super Bowls if they took if they took him serious. He could have had
exactly. Yeah. That was exactly what I was about to say.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. Because Aaron Rodgers is like that, and he been like that, and honestly, he's still like that to the point where I wouldn't be mad if he picked up Aaron Rodgers. I think Aaron Rodgers is actually 36 or 37 or something like that. Like he's getting close to the 40.
Didn't he just win an MVP though? Like last year, like
that's what I'm saying.
He's
like
the reigning MVP.
He's really still like that. So like, it like. You disrespected him like that, like you're making it to where you're forcing yourself to give up this major asset. It's not like Aaron Rodgers is like Drew Brees in his last season, like you know, like weak arm and shit, like can't get the ball 10 yards down the field. Like Aaron Rodgers is still like that. He's still valuable. So I don't know why Green Bay is playing in cock like he's just a random. You know?
I mean, he automatically makes you like a contender.
Oh, for sure.
So it's like, he will leave them and there be in the top 10 in the draft. They won't even come close to making the playoffs, and it'll just be kind of funny to see. Cause
Aaron Rodgers is the Green Bay Packers. So once he leaves, then I mean, like that whole team is just gonna fall off the map. The only thing they gonna have going for them is Lil Wayne. I'm serious. Like, you know, he gonna be the only reason they in the news cycle. Like, you know.
Yeah, I mean, if Lil Wayne being a fan of your team in 2021 is the only way you get like press time, you're down bad. They'll be one of those teams that just gets continuously clowned for like letting dumb shit happen. Yeah. So it's like if they're terrible after like they trade Aaron Rodgers, like people are going to be clowning them. It's kind of like how the Rockets got clowned, like when they traded Harden. It's what are y'all doing? Like,
they traded Harden for a fucking sandwich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do look kind of smart just because Kevin Porter has been so good. And they got him for a second rounder. So it's like they got finessed for Harden, but at least they got somebody back. Anyways, that's on a different
Speaking of, like we was talking about dumb front offices.
Yeah. So I'm a Bengals fan. We're both from Cincinnati. I've been a Bengals fan my whole life. Well, I took some years off during Andy Dalton. I said I will not be a fan again until Andy and Marvin are gone. So they both were gone. Last year was my first year back. I was fully in. I ordered a Burrow jersey. First game I wore the jersey was the game he got hurt. So from then on, all I've been saying is we need to take Sewell. We had stands, people in like with signs in the stands, like something starting with an S, like for Sewell, like literally like everyone knew we needed to take Sewell. Yeah. And then at first we were concerned because we were like the 5 pick, like he might get taken before that. But then y'all traded up and people were moving and we were like, oh, damn, we're probably straight. And then yet still, not only did we take a wide receiver, we took really like the second or third best wide receiver in the draft with the 5th pick.
You think
the
so?
Second or third.
Who you think better than Jamar? Devontae?
He just won a Heisman. Do you know how long it had been since a wide receiver won a Heisman? Yeah. So you're telling me the year after a wide receiver wins a Heisman for the first time in forever, that we pick a wide receiver who just took a year off instead of him? And Waddle was probably better than him damn near too.
I'm not gonna say Waddle better than Jamar, but
Waddle got picked 7th. Like
I could say Devontae is better than Jamar, but I can't say
Waddle. 6th. So the next pick. So then Waddle is better. The only reason we picked Jamar is because we have Burrow, but that is so stupid. Because my thing is, like I was just saying, you respect your franchise player. If he's literally out right now, like somewhere recovering right now from injury he got last year because we had no O-line, why are we not taking someone who people keep describing as like a generational lineman?
Facts.
It makes no sense, bro.
They was gassing Sewell talking about he could be a Hall of Fame old lineman. I'm like, he ain't played a game in the NFL and they gas him like this. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like, people don't think about how often people gas old linemen,
bro.
Like, he was getting that gas, and that's exactly what we need, and we didn't.
And think about how valuable, dependable old linemen are.
Mm-hmm. There's not that many of them,
bro.
And
especially for a team that don't have a line.
You know what's crazy too is that we had 2 wide receivers last year who had 1,000-yard seasons, Higgins and Boyd, and Higgins was a rookie. So we don't even need wide receivers like that.
Y'all got a bunch of young receivers.
So why are we taking
y'all receiving core is pretty cool.
Terrible pick. I'm not even done here, bro. So not only did we fuck up the first round pick, right? Second round comes and we trade back. And from the time that we traded back to the pick that we traded back to, 3 tackles got taken. 3 tackles, right? So then we take a tackle. That tackle that we took wasn't projected to go till the end of the 3rd round. So we traded back to take somebody way too early when we could have just kept our pick and gotten any of the 3 tackles that got taken. Are you hearing me, bro? How stupid, bro. This is why the Bengals are never going to win a playoff game. There's probably more of a chance that I don't get to see us win a playoff game in my lifetime than you don't get to see the 49ers win a Super Bowl in your lifetime.
Yeah, for sure.
That is insane, bro.
For sure.
There is no reason that should make any sense except for that we're shitty. And then let's keep going. 5th round, we take a kicker. 5th round.
Damn. Y'all down
They're
bad,
all like,
bro.
oh, he's the best kicker in the draft. Bruh.
Imagine that being a reason. Best kicker in the draft. Whoa.
So we take him in the 5th round.
Oh, my God.
So basically, the first 2 rounds are F. Grade F. Terrible. The worst we could have done. After that, it's like we got some linemen that are like decent. And we got like a tackle that's supposed to be decent. It's like our line is better than what it was. A lot of Bengals fans who are arguing for Chase are like, y'all don't realize like we got a better O-line. Okay, we have a better O-line. Does Burrow have a different knee? I'm pretty sure that's the same knee that's just healing. So they're acting like these like 4th or 5th round, like, well, not 5th, like 4th or 6th round like linemen are gonna be the same as Sewell. It's no, they're not. So
y'all
I'm glad you feel good with your draft.
Y'all finna have a bunch of 5th round rookies on y'all line.
Literally, and it's like I'm glad you feel good about your draft because I couldn't feel worse about this. It's like And the thing is last year we almost fucked up getting Burrow. We were like overtime away from fucking up getting Burrow.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
I remember
and then
that.
it's like we got Burrow, and it's like that was the obvious decision. It's like no way we can fuck that up. We got Burrow, and then it's the next draft we get the fucking shit up. And it's like I literally, it's like. It's just like we value the wrong things. It's like, oh, we want to get Burrow his old teammate rather than someone who's going to protect him from getting hurt. Like, you need to, even if Burrow's like, get my boy Jamar, like, you need to tell him, like, until your knee's better, we're not getting your boy Jamar. Like,
yeah, oh God. Your boy Jamar.
No, there's no way. They did say that Burrow personally called Jamar and was like, you ready? Like, that is kind of lit. But it's like.
Your man call you like, yeah, well, I put in the work for you. Finna pick you up.
And then like people, the thing is that everyone in the league knows this was stupid, except for Bengals fans. Besides for me, I know it's stupid, but a lot of Bengals fans think that they're convinced we did the right thing. And it's like they were like posting the stats of like the last season Burrow and Chase had together. Like, look at how crazy this was. Though we want to replicate it. That was in college, bro. 2 years ago, that was in college.
If Joe Burrow can't throw the ball, it don't matter who catching it.
People acting like just because this was a good connection in college, it's going to work in the NFL makes no sense to me. Like, honestly, Hurts and Devontae Smith damn near might be a better.
So, yeah, I think so. But do you think, but with that being said, let's say y'all line performs half decent. Do you think Jamar is actually going to be lit like that? Like, do you think Jamar, let's just talk about Jamar's talent, like, just him himself.
I think he's good.
Right. Do you think he's talented enough to like,
top
take y'all somewhere? Like,
no, wide receivers are never like the difference. You know what I mean? Like, it's like wide receivers are the difference on teams that are already really, really good.
Right.
Like, wide receivers are not the difference on a team that's picking top 5.
Right. I don't think y'all gonna have a contender. I don't think y'all gonna have a contending like team until who is y'all owner? Mike Brown or
yeah, until he dies.
Yeah, until he did.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
until Mike Brown is out of there, it's pretty much slow for y'all.
The thing that's sad too is it's like we have a good offense, but it's like all these position players, and it's like if we have no O-line to protect these people, like Mixon was hurt last year too.
Ooh, Mixon coming back. Mixon is hard though.
Mixon is good, but it's like there's a reason why these offensive players keep getting hurt.
Y'all gonna run Mixon right back into the ground though.
Yeah. We will. It's just it's really sad to see. And honestly, everyone in Cincinnati who thinks this was a good idea, it's like how? It's like you think it's a good idea, and when, hopefully not, but when, I'm saying when because we all know there's a when Burrow gets hurt again, it's like all these idiot Bengals fans who thought it was a good idea are just going to be looking stupid because then guess what? Chase is going to be sitting there looking at a backup quarterback not getting the ball.
Who is y'all backup?
I don't know. It was Brandon Allen.
Wasn't it Josh somebody for a minute?
I don't know. Honestly, once Burrow got hurt, I didn't watch another game the rest of the season.
Imagine being a backup for the Bengals. Like, that's
why would
tough.
I? But the 49ers play the Bengals this season. We got damn near go to the game.
We played y'all last season.
How are we playing back-to-back years?
I don't know.
That's kind of weird, though, Key.
We played y'all last season to put 41 on y'all.
I mean, that's not surprising. The thing is, too, is it's like Burrow.
Y'all had Jimmy looking like fucking Peyton Manning out there. Oh, my God.
Of course we did. The thing is, it's like, if Burrow is healthy, like, we have a chance. Like, that's my thing, is it's like, if we're playing a game, we're in a game. If Burrow's healthy, we at least have a chance of being competitive.
Yeah. We definitely
Without him, we don't. We have zero. We have none.
Yeah, I agree. Fucking, y'all, did you see y'all draft room?
No.
I tweeted about how y'all draft room was so hilarious. So, like, after every team drafted, right? Like, they show they show a video of the draft room, and, like, every team draft room is excited. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah,
we're
they
so
were all lit.
They was geek, bruh. They showed the Bengals draft room, bruh. Literally everybody was dead, bruh. I swear. When the Lions picked Sewell, they was literally jumping up and down, like hugging each other, like partying, bruh. When y'all picked Jamar Chase, it was like this. Good job.
Yeah, I believe it,
bruh. I was getting so weak, bruh.
The
y'all
thing is,
y'all don't even believe in y'all.
I didn't even.
Y'all weren't even happy y'all picked, bruh. Y'all whole draft room was literally sitting down, like, looking
they made
around.
the decision.
Bro,
y'all made the decision. Like, that's on you guys.
Literally,
you
bro,
didn't have to take
literally
him, like,
every other draft room was like excited, like literally ecstatic, and then it showed y'all, and y'all was like, like somebody died in the room.
The thing is the reason I literally didn't see that, and I saw probably almost every other team, is as soon as they said Chase, I just got up, went outside, and had to roll one up. Because I was like,
Niggas said, I'm too stressed.
I was like, bro. No, I was with Cam. I was like, watch, they're going to fuck this up. As soon as they said I'm out of here. No,
yeah.
I'm going. Like,
oh, my God.
And the thing is like, I don't want this to be, like you said, like a thing against Jamar Chase. Because he's probably going to be a good wide receiver in the NFL.
Right.
But it's like, realistically, not sure it'd be better than Smith or Waddle. And it's like, that was what people were saying too, is the last time we picked a wide receiver in the first round, it was AJ. And it's like, oh, everybody's like, AJ turned out so good. But it's like,
did he?
We didn't win a playoff game with AJ.
Did AJ turn out good?
We didn't win a playoff game with AJ. That's our problem. We have the longest streak in of any franchise in any sport. That's God. What we need to be focused on.
Even the Browns won a playoff game before y'all.
Yeah, at least that was against the Steelers, though. That was hilarious.
Shit.
I'm off my Bengals tangent, man. I think I got out what I need to say, man.
Oh, my God.
Basically, they suck. I'm happy your draft went well for you. I'm happy for everyone who made the right decision. And then it's just like, we're fucking idiots.
Yeah. Like I said, y'all not going to be contenders until Mike Brown die. And I'm not wishing, I never wish death on anybody, but I'm just saying, until he's gone, he's going to. You said
honestly, the suffering I have gone through as a Bengals fan because of that man, it's like, he's old as shit. If I saw him crossing the street, I'm in my Jeep. I'm like,
You think Mike Brown?
Do I take this charge out this city?
Do you think Mike Brown is getting a spot in hell for how bad he did the whole Cincinnati organization
for all these years?
Yeah.
Damn near, yeah. Honestly, because
can you go to hell for being a bad owner of a football team?
His problem is like they just never want to pay people.
Yeah,
and so it's like that is kind of fucked up. Like the fact that like back in the day, like we had teams that were legit. Like I kept saying this with Andy. There was a few years where it was like our whole team, besides for the quarterback, was like elite at like every position.
Yeah. Y'all
but then we let everyone walk. We just let
every
everyone
year
leave.
with Marvin, y'all defense was pretty good because Marvin was a DC, of course, but y'all defense was pretty good for the most part. Like Haloti, who am I talking about? Who was y'all linebacker? I'm trying to remember. When y'all had Perfect and y'all had who else?
I mean, we had like Gino. We had like
what was y'all safety name?
Safety. I mean, we have the best safety in the league damn near now.
Who?
Jesse Bates.
No, he's not better than Buddha.
I mean, I don't know.
You tweaking.
Our defense is so bad that it might make him look better, damn near. Because it's like our corners get burnt every time, so he's just there to like save us.
Oh God,
when he can be.
Type shit. Oh my God, yeah, it sucks being a Bengals fan. That's
it
why
really
I'm not
does.
One. That's why I'm not one. Yeah, I can't.
It really does. It's just painful.
Yeah. For your sake, we're gonna move on.
Yeah.
All right.
I feel like for the rest of this pod, it's like I'm just gonna have pent up resentment on anything we talk about, just because like I'm so sick about the Bengals. Like,
yeah, bro. This is my thing. I ran into somebody on Twitter that was like, somebody put out a tweet like, quote this with your favorite NFL team, and somebody was like the Bengals, and I looked at their location. Like I people put their location in their bio. I clicked on his page. I'm thinking he's from Cincinnati. His shit was from like Texas or something. I was like, why are you a Bengals fan? I don't know. Like, why? If you're not from here, I don't see any reason to be a Bengals fan at all.
Maybe they were from here and they moved to Texas.
No. Nah, because I asked him.
My bio could say New York. Oh, you asked him?
I was like, bro, like, why are you a Bengals fan? You not from here? He was like, because of Chad. He was like, well, he said Chad and he liked the jerseys. I don't even like y'all jerseys. Y'all new jerseys kind of cool, but
I'm sick.
I don't like the whole like. I'm just not a fan of the color orange. Number one, and then like the stripes thing is kind of weird. I just don't like that.
I don't know what else we're supposed to do with like the Bengal theme. I am kind of sick too that like I bought a Burrow jersey last year and then we switched our jerseys for the first time in 14 years.
Yeah, oh God. And the jersey's better. Like the black jersey with the orange stripes on the shoulder are kind of turned.
And me, like being a Bengals fan and going to Syracuse, I don't got a choice to be against orange, bro.
Yeah,
like,
you got hella orange shit. God damn.
Hella shit.
Damn.
Have to.
But let's see. Off NFL.
Bengals, bro.
Let's see what's up next. Yasuke.
So I got a whole list, and the thing is I want to give this fair review, so I got to kind of chill for a second.
Yep.
I'm pissed about the Bengals, but so there's two main things I want to say about this show, this Netflix original, and
right.
I want to give credit and a shout out to Flying Lotus for the soundtrack because they killed that shit, and then to Mappa for the animation because that shit was good. Yeah,
that's about where it stops.
Those are the two compliments.
That's
I have
about
to
where
give.
it stops.
Those are mostly. So I took notes the whole time I'm watching this, and most of these notes are just like, "What the fuck is going on?" Like,
what
this
doesn't
plot? Make sense.
Yeah. So why was the priest like randomly? What was his like power? Like the priest was like
random power ups.
No, I'm saying like the priest was like a mutant. He was a mutant, but they didn't. I don't think they explained how he became a mutant.
Okay, so you're already reaching too far for this show because I think you forgot the fact that nothing is explained in this show.
Right.
Literally, this is no cap. The first 5 minutes of this show are a slide saying this is in the 1500s, and then the next picture is giant sci-fi robots shooting lasers. Like,
yeah, the mech thing was kind of forced. It was kind of forced.
It was never that was never explained.
They never explained like the source of the girl's power either, or the other guy. What was the doctor's name?
The doctor. Oh yeah. But the thing is they didn't explain power behind anything, anytime ever. Yeah. There was no explanation behind anything at all.
I feel like my thing is this show. As I was watching it, I was thinking this show could have easily been 3 seasons. Like, cause I'm watching it and I feel like I'm looking at different arcs. Like the whole like travel down the river thing, and then we got like the middle where she's like training. Like, I feel like they could have spaced it out. This easily could have been a 24 episode season, but they just condensed it into 6.
It was almost like 2 episodes were like one thing, 2 episodes were one thing, 2 episodes were one thing.
Right.
Yeah. And the thing too is when I expected, if I expected this not to go great, I would expect to blame everything on Netflix. One of the things I was expecting to be happy about was Lakeith. And honestly, like, I got through the whole show, and the whole time I was like kind of giving him the benefit of the doubt, but like
it wasn't.
He didn't do that good.
I don't think he did.
And the
bad.
voice acting overall, like, normally, I don't hate on dub. I normally like dub.
Yeah.
This was kind of a shitty dub.
You think so?
I honestly think
so. I was honestly ready to give this dub some credit because, like, I feel like the only thing a dub has to do for me to do his job is not take anything away from the show. You know what I mean? Because most of the time when I'm listening to a dub, it's like, this is unbearable. I feel like this dub was actually like acceptable. Like I said, like Lakeith, he didn't really like his voice acting performance wasn't like outstanding. Like, but at the same time, I'm not expecting him to just hop on his first voice acting gig and be a god. I mean, I feel like he did his job, but I feel like it pretty much didn't.
It was just so like unemotional, and it's like for anime, especially the MC, it's like, especially you didn't finish it, obviously.
Yeah, I didn't finish. He was mad at me about that because I was on his head about
it. Wasn't worth it, honestly. But towards the end, it was like once he started getting more fights and stuff, it was like he was still so chill when he would talk. It like there was like a war at the end. Yeah. He's in the middle of a war and he's just still kind of like talking. I'm like. He gets hit and he's just like kind of like I'm like,
yeah,
I don't know.
I expect he didn't really have like a lot of like. I just feel like he was pretty monotone like the whole like show. So like no matter what's happening during the show, like Yasuke is talking like this during the whole show. No matter what, no matter if he's fighting or if he's eating or sleeping or like he just talks.
Yeah.
That's just what he do. He was getting his ass beat by the fucking priest with them big ass brass knuckles.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, that shit was hilarious.
Yeah,
them big ass brass knuckles. He was getting his ass beat, and then he just looked up. He was like, "Yeah, this is not really this. You kind of hit kind of soft. You know what I mean? Like he didn't really. It didn't sound like he was in pain. Like it didn't sound like he was like struggling. Like he was just like talking. It was kind of. I feel like it kind of took you out of the suspension of belief.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like I feel like. They should have went the more. I don't want to say more like cartoony route, but I feel like it could have been more like animated. You know what I mean? Like I like my cartoons, not cartoons, but I like my animation a little more like over the top. You know what I mean? Like that, I think that's why I like sub, because in sub like they actually giving it up. Like they be full screaming, like like you actually feel it.
Yeah, I can definitely get that. I'm just looking at my notes and it's like. my biggest thing was like nothing was explained. Shit just happens. Like in this show, shit just happens. And I'm like looking at my notes. It's like sci-fi robots in the 1500s ? Then like, it's just like bear Russian lady ?
Bruh, she was
like there's just a like out of nowhere. So he's trying to protect this girl. They're going down the river. Out of nowhere, the river turns into ice. No explanation.
Right.
And then these people come out who are looking for the girl. And the 4 people are a Russian lady who turns into bear. No explanation. A robot who's a different kind of robot who like can talk and shit and just keeps talking about Yasuke being black.
He was like Big Hero 6 but yellow.
Yeah. And then it's like a random other black dude who can summon like his aura and like
he was like making ghosts and shit. Like he was like summoning like ghost soldiers. Like
the whole point
if you've seen Umbrella Academy, he's like Klaus.
Yeah. The thing is there's just no explanation for anything that happens in this movie in this show. And like especially like even with like power ups and shit, like you would think damn near they would try to explain that. God. No, they just like that's one of the other things. Random white evil priest, random power up. Like literally, the priest went from just being like a random evil priest, which is like to me kind of starting to get played out a little bit. Yeah. As soon as I saw him, I was like, another evil priest, okay, but. Like, literally, he was just a normal evil priest. All of a sudden, he got Yasuke tied up. He's beating him with, like the shit you said, the brass knuckles.
Yeah, them big-ass brass knuckles.
He put the brass knuckles on, turned into a full mutant. I'm like,
bruh,
where was this from the start? Like,
and then, like, he was, like, that part where he was, like, extending his tentacles into Yasuke, that was kind of creepy. Mm-hmm. But, like, they didn't say, like, what his powers was. They didn't say how he got him, where he got him from. He was just like, yeah, I'm a mutant, and so is this little girl, and I want to train her to be the best mutant ever.
Yeah, like, that was basically his whole plan.
Yeah, and it didn't work out either.
Yeah, so I want to, because this will kind of help me, like, explain why it's bad. I can just tell you what happened in the end, right?
Right.
So they're going to, so where did you leave off?
I think the part I left off was right when she got to the white guy, like when she was...
The village?
Yeah, no, is it a village or is it just like a building?
It's a village.
Okay, so a village. So when she got to the village with the doctor that she was trying to get to in the first place, he was going to train her about how to use her powers. He was like throwing the boards at her, like, she really is the one, you know? Yeah. And I think like after that is where I left off. Mm-hmm. And so, I mean, like I said, this show, it wasn't like, this is not a bad show, but it's not a good show either.
So yeah, like I said, if I could describe this in like one word, it'd be just like unimpactful.
Right.
Like, I watched it, and I don't feel like I wasted my time by watching it. Like, it was bad, but I don't feel like I gained anything from it. Yeah. Except for maybe the Flying Lotus soundtrack. But so basically after that, they were at that place for, like, I don't know, in the show, like, maybe 5 minutes. And then the, what's his name? The Daimyo?
Daimyo.
Yeah, Daimyo. I fucking typed this shit wrong in here. But, sends a whole army, like entire army to this village, right? Like full, like they zoom out, just army, like, and this time it's even like robots that's like even bigger, like giant, like robots, right? And so they pull up on this village. Basically, they have this whole plan, and they have the village like counterattack from the back, and the village ends up winning against this whole army. Like the village versus whole army, the village wins.
Wait, so but. The kids in the village were like, they had powers too, right?
But they weren't fighting for real.
But their powers was like mid compared to the
it was just random soldiers, and then the doctor dude, and then they brung back the people who were trying to assassinate them, and they all helped. And so like the black dude, like what they were doing was the doctor was having like a huge shield, like block them from getting to the kids.
Yeah.
And they broke the shield, and so that other dude who was like, I think they said he was like a shaman or something, he was like, let me try. And he went up and he like made a giant one of the green things and was like fighting this giant robot and shit. God. But so while that's going on, Yasuke and Saki went to see the Daimyo and fight them themselves, right?
Right.
And so, like I said, Yasuke gets like tricked in some shit. And so they end up fighting. They have Yasuke fake die. Like he really dies. Like the Daimyo kills him. But I'm like, is he really going to die? Is this going to be the end? And then it's like, nah, Saki immediately revives him. So that was pointless. And then they basically end, like, Yasuke, like, takes her back to the village. She's a hero. Everyone's like, oh, you saved us all. Because Saki really was the one who do it. She kept getting random power-ups. And,
bruh, that's what I'm saying.
So, yeah, it basically just ended like that.
So when she got her powers, right, like, so she was sick at first, and then bro, and I'm watching the show, right? And so she's sick, right? And the bear girl is she found her, right? She was crawling through the village, like Saki is like on her knees, like weak, like crawling through the village, like can barely stand on her own too. And then the bear girl finds her. And then like the next scene is her like flying through the forest. I'm like, wait,
yeah.
like I thought you was supposed to be like sick and weak. Like what happened?
There was even crazier ones.
Bro, but listen, I'm like I thought she was supposed to be like a sick, weak little girl. Like what happened? Like she like doing fucking parkour and shit.
Mob.
On God. And then she run into the other little kid. What's the samurai kid's name?
Ichiro.
She run into Ichiro and he was like, I thought you was supposed to be like down bad. Like how was you doing all this? She was like, yeah, I don't know either, but let's go. I'm like, okay, so they not even gonna attempt to make it make sense.
No,
you gotta rock with it.
In the end, it got even worse. Is the thing. So like while they were at war, while the village is fighting them, the daimyo like gets in like the astral plane, as they call it, and it's trying to like take the life power out of Saki, and the doctor's in there. And Saki's like, I don't know what's happening. Like, help me. He's like, I don't have time to explain this to you. But then he explains it real quick. Like, the whole astral plane is supposed to be some big thing. Like, The reason Daimyo is so strong is that, like, they said they were in there for, like, thousands of years or something. Off rip, she just gets it. Cooks the Daimyo so bad, she gets out, like, both of them safe. She gets to the Daimyo. They're just fighting, right? All of a sudden, like, they go in a different room, and she all of a sudden has the power to know exactly where they are. Yeah. So she follows this little blue light to them, and she's fighting them with her powers. And I guess in the end, it was like the daimyo was kind of like her, like, energy was like a spider. It, like, became like a big-ass spider.
Right.
And so Saki just got a random power up, and her shit was just a giant butterfly, and just started cooking her shit. They gave no explanation ever.
She didn't train. She barely trained in this whole show, but by the end of the show, she was a god with her powers, bro.
She beat the strongest villain in the show, and that was the thing that I also had written was Yasuke like fought the Dark General, who was like in the very beginning, like the one leading them.
Right.
And so I'm thinking this is gonna be like Yasuke's fight. Like he hasn't had like one fight like the whole time where he's like really just been cooking. Like it's been his fight, his moment to shine. And it like they didn't even show most of the fight. Bro. And so I'm like. It's kind of like a repeated thing for me because, like, that was kind of one of the problems I had with Baki. It was like he's not a main character for real. He doesn't do that much. He's not involved that much. And it was kind of like that again. It's like, this is really the Saki show.
See, but the thing is, I feel like Baki does a good job at world building outside of Baki. Like, Baki the show does a good job of world building outside of Baki the character. Mm-hmm. This show didn't do that at all. Partly because it's only 6 episodes, which I feel like they kind of set themselves up for failure making it only 6 episodes. I feel like that was kind of the first mistake, because you don't really have enough time to make the characters feel impactful, make you actually care about the characters,
or explain anything,
or expand the world, or flesh out anything in the world. Like we got dropped into the world, right? And they showing us flashbacks of Yasuke when he was younger, when he killed all those all the samurai, like in the snow, like that. Mm-hmm. That scene was hard, but I mean, like
that was damn near his best moment in the whole show.
Damn near, but like they didn't really. I feel like they didn't really expand on much outside of that. You know what I mean? Like, and as much as Yasuke isn't the focus of the show, I would have liked more. I want to say more, like. I don't know. I because when I think of world building, I think of like a show like One Piece, right? Where like in One Piece, like everything down to like the globe is like explained. You know what I mean? Like the way how the globe is shaped, like the way it spins, like it's a whole world. You know what I mean? And even though this is based off real events, at the same time,
very loosely,
like they still should have taken the time to like, flesh it out more. I feel like that would have been more beneficial, because in just 6 episodes you can't really get that message across. This is what I'm saying. I feel like this could have been 3 seasons easily.
Because the story itself wasn't terrible.
Right.
Like the characters weren't terrible. Like it really could have been better. It was just, like I said, the lack of explanation for anything. It's like I said, like the opening shot being in the 1500s and then being sci-fi robots with no explanation. It's like off rip, I can't take it serious. And then it was like, for this to be based on true events, and the whole thing is kind of about like this girl Saki who has like these psychic powers, like she's Mob or something. It's like, how was this like? It's like they didn't even try to make it based off of something real for real. It's like they were like, "Fuck it, we're gonna have robots. We're gonna have like anything we want." Like
it sounded like they were just like, what sounds cool? And they threw a bunch of shit in that sounded cool, but then in execution didn't really turn out like how they wanted it to. You know?
Yeah, and it's like I would have rather them just not have the robots and shit because like that didn't really add anything, and it just made it make less sense. Like they could have the energy shit without having the robots and shit. It's like
I would have liked it more had it just been like okay, some people are psychic, and then we got like these warriors over here, and then we got like the evil people over here, as opposed to like we got the ghost guy, the black ghost guy. We got robots, we got psychics, we got samurai, we got fucking ghosts and priests and mutants, and like, it was just like a lot.
Yeah, exactly. It was just a lot. That's a good point.
Yeah.
I looked over my notes. I really don't have that much to say. Like I said, unimpactful. It's just like I watched it.
I told you Netflix was gonna fumble.
I thought it wasn't trash. Like I just didn't think it was good. I've been thinking all day since I watched it. Like, what would I give it out of 10? It's like
6, I guess.
Yeah, because it's not bad, but it's not like good. Like I don't know.
My thing is, if I never saw this, I wouldn't like. I'm trying to say, if this never came out, like I wouldn't care. You know, like if knowing this is how good it was gonna be, if this never came out, I wouldn't care. Like you said, it's just unimpactful. Like, and I feel like a show with this much potential, it's unfortunate.
It's kind of sad too, just because Netflix was like really pushing a strong black lead. Like we're making an anime about the first black samurai. Like that's really what they were pushing. And it's like whenever they talked about race in the show, first of all, it was like real uncomfortable. It was just like, damn, Yasuke, you're black. Like there was like even a scene of like the emperor like trying to clean him. Like, why is your skin not getting clean? Like,
but I think they basing that off stuff that really happened. So I think I read that like they actually try to like wash them, because like black people didn't exist.
But that's a good detail
in Japan back then. So they were like, why is his skin dirty? You know what I mean? Like, assuming you've never seen a black person before, I'm assuming that's what you would think.
See, stuff like that is more interesting to me. Like I would have rather them go into shit like that.
That's something like world building. You know what I mean? Like it should have been more. It should have been more like more of that to give us a view of how the world. Because I think one of the main aspects is how the world reacts to Yasuke versus how he reacts to the world. You know what I mean? Because like just his personality, he's like different from a lot of people. He talks about how where he's from, like, you know, people take care of kids and it's like a village, you know, mentality, blah, blah, blah.
He like always feels bad about killing people.
Right. Like, so like his morals, his like his he grew up in a different culture, you know what I mean? So he's just different. Like they should have put more focus on how the world interacts with him and how he interacts with the world as opposed to just like Psychic Girl.
Shit happening.
You're right.
This was really the Saki show, and that's really unfortunate.
Yeah. Yeah. Not to say that Saki's a bad character, but I mean,
if it was just gonna be a show
more
about
Yasuke pause.
Yeah, if it was just gonna be a show about a little like Asian chick with psychic powers, like we have shit like that already. You know what I mean? Like, this was supposed to be something different, and
this one, like I said, had this been okay, we got 12 episodes, and the first season is him meeting Saki, and then them getting to blah blah blah. Okay, cool. Boom. Second season is her training, and now they getting hunted by the assassins. Cool. Third season, they fighting the daimyo. Cool. Fourth season, okay, like instead of it just being okay, we gonna run through this whole timeline in 6 episodes, and it is what it is. I feel like that wasn't a good format at all.
Do you think this is just like a thing on Netflix, or do you think this is part of like that larger conversation I feel like we've had on the pod before about like newer anime just like having the pace be super quick?
I think this is just Netflix, because I don't really know, because I think this is just Netflix, because I mean most anime that come out now, even though they are like fast, you know, quicker paced, like I said, there's more world building. There's more, even with shows that aren't like, okay, like we talk about how Demon Slayer doesn't really have as good as world building or character development as like Jujutsu Kaisen, but like I still feel like it has some. You know, I feel like this had damn near none, you know. So I feel like the main thing was just how short it was. I just don't understand why it was 6 episodes.
It didn't
And on top of that, I wanted more Flalo.
Yeah, on God.
Yeah.
They killed it so much that damn near every time the theme song hit, I was like, you know how I'd automatically be trying to skip? I was like, nah, let me run this shit.
Yeah. yeah, oh God, yeah. Flalo smoked that. Yeah. If the best and it's their shows with good soundtracks, but if the best like thing about your show by far is the soundtrack, that's not a good sign.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Yeah.
I really don't have much else to say about Yasuke. I do have one anime thing to say, and it's just that, remember last week we said if My Hero kept being mid, we weren't going to talk about it. We didn't talk about it. We can move on.
Yeah. I'm not. They gave us a Momo episode. There's no point in us even talking about that.
We kept getting on, like, how long are these fights going to be, and they didn't even finish, like, we're not getting into it. Good God. My Hero is a fucking mess, and anyone else who says this season has not been a mess so far is just lying to themselves.
Yeah, I've been watching Tokyo Revengers as well. That's kind of mild.
A lot of people are hyping that.
It's kind of mild. So basically, what happens in that show is this guy he's like he has a girlfriend in like junior high. Well, not junior. Well, what is junior high or like middle school?
Like middle school.
Okay, so he was in middle school when he had his girlfriend, and she was like his like true love or whatever, and so he moved away, right? So now he's like 26, and he found out that she died. She got run over by a truck, and the gang responsible is the gang that he was in when he was younger. So when he was younger, he was in this gang, and they used to like they had like a fight club, and he used to like fight for the gang, like against its will, obviously. So he's sad about this girl dying, even though he's never seen her in like 10 years. And so he has the power to go back in time, right? So he goes back in time, and he's trying to like save this little girl by making sure that like the gang never comes together. But as he's doing it, he's actually like reliving those days back. Mm-hmm. And he's like falling in love with this girl all over again, but he's actually still like 26 in his mind, falling in love with
it's kind of sus.
Yeah, see, you know, like it's and like the first 4 episodes, he get his ass beat like 12 times.
Damn.
Like, so yeah, he's down bad.
Kind of like
on top of being a pedo.
Kind of like Invincible, just getting smoked.
Yeah.
Left and right.
Yeah, Invincible review coming soon as well.
Yeah, hopefully next week.
Yeah, it's gonna be lit
by the next pod.
Yeah,
by pod 6.
Yep. Woo, pod 6.
We damn near there to pod 6.
That's crazy. Yeah, we getting towards the end of pod 5. So I think we just gonna use the rest of the time to touch on some little stuff. I think I wanted to bring up the Lil Yachty nail polish thing. Mm-hmm. I don't think it's that deep. So Lil Yachty is releasing an all gender nail polish line, meaning that it's a nail polish for like boys and girls and whatever other genders are, you know, out there
today.
Right. So my thing is, number one, regular nail polish is for everybody. Like, it's not like males can't put on regular nail polish. So saying all gender nail polish that's just like a marketing tool, which I think is weird in the first place. But a lot of people was like, I mean, you know how like I don't want to say this is a hip hop culture thing. It might just be like an internet culture thing, or just like a American culture thing. But they was killing Yachty for this.
Nah, it's let's be honest, it's partly a hip hop culture thing.
Yeah, partly it is.
I really don't care. It's just like, if you want to paint your nails and you're a dude, then do it. Like, if you don't want to,
nail art. See, cause like I would do nail art, as in like I would,
like what Rocky be doing.
Right, like I would put like Dragon Balls on like I'm retarded. I would put like Dragon Balls on like my fingernails, right? Like that's like nail art. I don't know if I would straight paint my fingernails like red or pink or something. I don't know if I would do that. It would have to be something hard, but like I just don't understand like worrying about what other people do with their body,
especially
that
something
much.
Like so
nail polish. Like is it that
why
deep?
do I care if you do that? I don't. Some people do though.
You can still get your ass beat by somebody with nail polish on.
Yeah,
this is my thing.
Yeah.
So like my thing with like people that go out of their way to like ridicule other people on what they doing. So like that doesn't happen in real life. You know what I mean? Like, if I was wearing nail polish out in public and a nigga said something to me about it, I would smack the shit out of you.
Yeah.
Simple as that. Like, you're not about to press me about what I have on or what I'm doing in public. Yeah. Like, that's not how the real world works. You know what I mean? So this is what I'm saying. I feel like it's kind of like like an internet thing. Like, people feel emboldened as to kind of get their homophobia off or whatever. You know,
that's true.
You know, they feel kind of, you know, emboldened or you know, empowered to get their shit off now that they behind the screen. But in real life, nobody cares. Literally nobody.
And it's also just kind of like, fuck, I forgot what I was about to say. I just fucking
would you put on nail polish?
No, I personally wouldn't. But like, who cares?
Would you wear some Bengals nail polish, some damn orange and black striped nail polish?
I'm cool.
Damn, to the Niners game?
Nah.
To the Bengals Niners game?
I'm definitely cool. I'm definitely cool.
You gonna get you some black and orange nail polish to the Bengals game? That's gonna be lit.
Oh, that's what I was about to say. Is like, it's not even necessarily about like homophobia, because it's just like, you don't have to be gay to put nail polish on your nails. Right. So it's like, really, where is this coming from? I feel like that's like the place where it's coming from, because like some people are like, nah, you can't be straight and put on nail polish, but it's like, you can. Like what, people can do what they want, bro. And it's like, it's different almost when it's like people can do what they want about like different shit. Like, you know, like if you say like, don't support this brand because like they're not good for the environment. Like, right. That's different than saying like, don't do this shit because there's a specific reason. People don't have any reason for saying people can't put on nail polish. Like, give me one good reason. Like, there is one actual good reason. This
is my thing. My philosophy on everything is nothing exists. So if nothing exists, there's no rules. I can literally do whatever I want. You know?
Yeah.
You know, that's how I see it. So if a nigga want to wear nail polish, you know, do what you do. Yeah. If you want to wear a purse, you know how Uzi be wearing the little bags and shit. I was just talking to my brother about that. Like, we was like, some of them bitches be kind of hard. So like, you know, like, motherfuckers gonna call it a purse, but I mean, that shit hard. If it's hard, it's hard. That's how I see it. If it's hard, it's hard. If it's not, then it's not. Motherfuckers. People are like controlled by like these weird like imaginary like rules and stuff like that. Like, you just gotta escape that, bro. Yeah. I promise your life would be way easier once you just live according to what you want to do, as opposed to, you know, worrying about what you think, you know, is gonna look acceptable to the general public. I don't give a fuck about the public. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I don't care at all.
It's just also like your life's not being affected by other people painting their nails. Like if Lil Yachty does like super good with this, like if this sells hella and it's like dudes posting like fucking wearing that shit, like who cares? Like that's not impacting me or you,
bruh.
Like if somebody wants to go buy Lil Yachty shit, they can. And honestly, let's be honest, this is a good like business marketing decision. Like he's probably gonna make a lot of money off of doing
for sure. He gonna be up off this because Yachty is Yachty's a very business minded young man, and what I mean by that is like and I feel like this is a lot of rappers now, honestly. Like I feel like now more than ever, and I don't know if this is just because like the age we're in, but like I feel like a lot of rappers now are more like involved in business, like having their own business ventures that they push like outside of the label. You know what I mean? Like Yachty, he has like I think Yachty be streaming. Yachty is also like he be talking about the stock shit on Twitter, like the Dogecoin shit and the Bitcoin shit. Like he's like into a lot of business ventures. Like he got the Target shit, the Sprite shit. Like these rappers now are like super business minded. So it's not like he didn't know. Like you mean like he know the move he gonna make before you make it. You know what I mean? Like he has to know. You know?
Yeah. One thing I wanted to say about this too, real quick, is just like James Charles makes hella money off of selling that shit, and no one ever like James had Charles, like a problem. Bro. You know what I mean? Like people.
But James Charles is actually gay though.
I know, but that's my thing is it's like because like this dude is just like a openly gay like white dude. It's like we got like this straight black dude doing it, and all of a sudden it's a problem. Right. I feel like that's also like a place it comes from too. It's just like like why can James Charles do this and it's fine? But Lil Yachty announces this, and James Charles is making so much money. Like, and
James Charles is like a pedophile too.
Yeah, exactly.
James Charles is like a super like abusive like weirdo creeper guy. So
he should be canceled.
Yeah. Apparently, a lot of Caucasian YouTubers are like super
cancelable. We were talking about this, I think, Pod 1, low key.
Yeah. We was talking like shit, bruh. Somebody told me Shane Dawson was like fucking his cat or something.
I knew that's what. As soon as you said, bruh, I knew that's what you were about to say. So I don't know if that's true, but my sister used to be a huge Shane Dawson fan, and she said it's not true. But
oh my god,
some other shit he did that's fucked up is true. So
yeah, he down bad. Yeah.
All of those YouTubers, like that whole era of white YouTubers are just like out of here.
Is that that's gonna be us next?
Oh, I hope not.
Damn.
If honestly, like
what?
We said, who cares if we get canceled? Like,
right.
What are you gonna cancel us from?
What the fuck could you even cancel us for? Like what do we do?
It's like if you deactivate. Wow. If you deactivated
Dick on your mind? Yellow
if you deactivated our Twitter, like
who cares?
What is that gonna do to us? Like, we're just making new Twitter. Like,
just make a new Twitter.
Like,
oh God.
No.
Or I could just live without Twitter.
Yeah. Wow.
You know?
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
That's a crazy thought.
Who would have thought? No social media? Oh, shocker.
But yeah, moral of this Lil Yachty shit is mind your own damn business.
Yeah. Stay in your lane and focus on you. I promise that's how you're gonna get your bag up. Chase a bag. Don't worry about what I'm doing. That's what Blueface said.
And if you're that offended that like somebody else wants to wear nail polish, then I feel like there's some deeper like things going on.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Focus on your money. Yeah. If you focus on getting your bread up, hey, it's only one way you can go, bro. If you focus on other people, you gonna look around and I feel like that's why people be like mad. I feel like that's what spawns jealousy. Like people spend so much time like looking around at what other people are doing that they don't focus on themselves, right? So then like when they compare themselves to other people, they looking around like, where are all these people like ahead of me and and it's making them feel jealous, not knowing like the reason that you're behind is because you're spending that time like not focusing on yourself. Like you're worrying about what these other people are doing and now you got left behind. Like you left yourself behind. Now you look stupid.
Yeah.
That's why. See, look, the more I get on this pod, the more you're gonna learn about me. Glacier don't go out. I'll be in the house.
Yeah.
I'll be in the house, bro.
Your house in here? I
feel
like.
Yeah, literally.
I mean, yeah, I don't be.
All I do is record the pod and invest in Bitcoin. We was arguing about Bitcoin today, and I told him I was gonna bring this shit up.
Yeah.
He was mad because he was mad because he lost some money on Bitcoin, and I was like, bro, like he was like, I'm never gonna touch this shit again. I'm like, bro.
So I feel like sometimes when me and you argue through text, like it's like almost like we're like arguing different shit. Like I feel like today I'm like, you kept like showing me all these Bitcoin numbers, like bro, it's a good investment, it's doing well. I'm like, that's not what I'm saying. I understand it's doing well. I understand. Everyone knows like it's doing well. Right. I'm just pissed because ever since I invested in it, it's never even like gotten back to where it was when I invested in it. So for me, it just feels like I literally just wasted money.
Bruh, I don't know how you could deny straight numbers. I was telling him, and he was like, yeah, I put in like however much, and then I lost like $3. I was like, bruh. Like
no, so that's where we got off on the wrong shit damn near, because I was just saying as of today, which it was up hella today.
Yeah,
I had only lost $3, but that's also because I took out half of what I put in, and because it was up today. Like even just like I'm saying, like a few weeks ago, if I left that money in, I would have been down way more than that.
How though? If Bitcoin is going up, I don't understand what you're saying, because Bitcoin has been going up from the time you bought Bitcoin, right, to now. It's going up.
I don't know.
So how did you lose
when
money?
Exactly I bought it? I forget when it was, but I remember I was talking to Cam about this, and he went in my Coinbase and he looked, and as far back as it went, even when like it had peaked, I was still down. Like, so I don't know how I like my shit is that bad. He looked back months and months, and he was like, damn, like I don't know what you must invest at, because like when it was like even peak, like you were still down money.
Yeah,
so
you down. Yeah, you was. See, that's the thing. You did some dumbass shit, and now you mad at Bitcoin.
I don't even know what I did that was that stupid. I just know like I had extra money, so I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna put in Bitcoin. Like I guess I must have just either picked the absolute peak that it's ever gotten at, or I don't know. I'm just saying, for me, I'm also salty because, like I told you, if I took that same money that I put in Bitcoin, when I put it in Bitcoin and put it in Doge, I would actually have made money by now instead of losing, and made substantial money as opposed to losing like a little bit. I would have actually made money. Because the point of investing is to make money. Yeah. And I'm like 5-6 months into this, I haven't made any money.
Yeah, you're not doing it right there.
So
yeah,
if I would have invested in Doge, I would have been way better.
You know what you should invest in though? You know what the hot new coin is?
I think I do.
Glacier Coin.
Glacier Coin.
Yeah. Glacier Coin coming soon, and I'm dead ass serious.
Glacier Coin.
I'm making my own crypto. That shit is gonna be lit.
Yeah, fuck it. I'll invest in Glacier Coin.
Hey, Glacier Coin. Nigga, we
Glacier
finna be
Coin
up
going
off
up.
Glacier Coin.
Damn, imagine like you start, I'm the first investor.
Yeah, hell yeah. And you know
Imagine
why
the
Glacier
pod
Coin, right?
never take off, but you get us all lit off Glacier Coin.
That's what I'm saying, bro. We gonna be rich regardless.
Actually, the
bro.
pod would go up just because you were the originator of Glacier Coin. That'd
Hell
be like,
yeah. Oh my god. If I'm the CEO and a founder of Glacier Coin, and Glacier Coin is like
how that's going is number one, we have our own studio just for the pod, but you see how it's the background right here. It'd probably be a background like that, except for it just be a huge circle Glacier logo, like whatever the Glacier Coin logo is. Just huge right there.
Facts. The Glacier
with the Grammy in the middle.
Yeah. Oh god. Yeah, we finna have hella shit. We
Literally.
finna have a Grammy. We gonna have a damn we gonna have a podcast award. We gonna have a damn YouTube award. We gonna have our YouTube plaque right here. We gonna have hella shit.
And them YouTube plaques take forever to send though, bro.
Damn.
Our first plaque we get like
We gonna have some platinum plaques from my nigga Glizz E, cause you know I'm producing this shit. You know we gonna have Glizz E
Yes,
platinum
sir.
plaques up there. Hee.
yes, sir.
This studio gonna look different after a while.
yeah,
we gonna be looking back at our
hopefully
old
we get a
videos.
studio just for the pod.
Hell yeah. I was just telling him today, like, in a minute we gonna have our own team. Like we gonna have our own audio visual, like our own editors. Like it's gonna be a whole production. Niggas don't know like the vision.
What's crazy
They'll
is
see. Like I said, if I don't got shit else, I got the vision. Nobody else can see it but me. But trust me, we gonna get there. That's how I go.
it's just like what's crazy too is like we be putting work into this shit, and like I'm not even done with school yet. Like
Bruh. We put a lot of work into this shit, and every day I look at it like I could be doing more. Like,
well, yeah,
I need
it's
to be
like
doing more.
we put a lot of work into this, but like it's also been like we had school and work and other shit going on. So it's been down on the list. But once this summer hit and we ain't got shit else to do except for work and this, yeah. Come on. Come on.
Hey man.
We got to this point 6 pods in off the side hustle, bro. Like this is like our shit we're doing like a couple days a week.
Off
like
the
in our
side
free
hustle?
time. Like
we,
come on.
bro, we pod part time.
Literally,
full time podders and we kill them. Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
bro.
We're not even full time pod. Quit playing with me. Quit. All right, bro. Let's get the fuck out of here. But niggas really start getting. Man, look. We're not even full time. Let's get out of here.